Yeah, there was heat because these fucking imbeciles. And by the way, they don't issue music. Their records aren't released; they escape.
I recently saw a picture from a records shop or CD shop, and you know how their records and CDs will be organized by A, B, C, and so forth. And then there was just one that said the worst band in the history of ever, and it was all Insane Clown Posse
Yeah,
CDs.
because they're a bunch of fucking jack off pricks, and they make fun of the wrestling business. And I first was introduced to them by Bruce Pritchard, who said, "Look at this," and he thought it was funny, but because Bruce has a lower threshold of bullshit than I do. Where they took a Japanese wrestling tape involving Cactus Jack and Terry Funk and some other people, one of the hardcore videos from Japan, and they did their own commentary and stole it basically, and made fun of the business and made fun of Terry Funk and made fun of Cactus Jack. And I said, that's not fucking funny. And then Vince Russo, because he's a jock sniffing fucking mark for anybody who's had any level of goddamn celebrity in any endeavor other than wrestling, thought they were something, and tried to book them on Raw and et cetera, et cetera. They're a fucking abortion. They're a goddamn shame to the music business, the wrestling business, and any other kind of business. I don't like the people that go to their fucking shows. The people that go to their shows are fucking garbage. You can quote me on this. They're people I don't want to be around. If I was running a wrestling promotion and people like that wanted to buy tickets to my event, I would discourage them from doing so. And I don't want their money because nobody that's sane and rational and reasonable would want to be around these type of fucking people.
Quite
And
frustratingly, I now know some people that are involved with the insane thing.
yeah, well, they can all go fuck themselves. And
It's
the
really
FBI has
frustrating because,
investigated them as
yeah.
being a gang.
Hmm.
And they're fucking garbage, and they're fucking, and they pay because they, for some reason, have people who support this fucking line of bullshit that they put out as music. They pay wrestling legends to come to their fucking events, which I've talked to some of the guys who have gone to these things, and they start at midnight and they take place in mud fields, and they have crowds who are fucked up on various fucking drugs and fucking create havoc, and they're garbage people who appeal to garbage people. And please quote me on all of this, anybody who wants to do so. So anyway, I'm doing a Q&A as is my tradition at the Charlotte Fan Fest one year, and this was a couple of years into it, and somebody said, oh, the Insane Clown Posse. And what they would do is they coming back from their concerts that they perpetrate in front of these fucking garbage people, they would find out where there was an independent wrestling show or an outlaw wrestling show or whatever, and they would go there and they would just heel in on it, as we used to say. They would just perpetrate themselves upon it. And they said, oh, the Insane Clown Posse is coming tonight. I said, well, I don't want them as part of my fucking Q&A or my performance because I think they're garbage. And so when I was conducting this and answering questions and etc., some people involved with them came in, and I don't know who these people are because they paint their face and they hide their identity, and people wouldn't know how to pick them out of a police lineup when they were, not covered up with all this makeup and everything. But anyway, somebody said, well, why don't you like the Insane Clown Posse and what, blah, blah, blah. And I said, because they make a joke out of our business. They're fucking jack-offs. They fucking make fun of wrestling, and they have no place in it, and they're jock sniffers. And then I invited all the people that were there for my Q&A to say, do you want me to stay, or do you want these fucking asshole Insane Clown Posse people to stay? And everybody started singing, na, 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 hey, 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 goodbye at the Insane Clown Posse and their fucking posse. And we kicked them out of the goddamn room. And I was there the night when they were booked by Vince Russo, that jock sniffer, to appear on Raw, but Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, and Terry Funk and Victor Quinones, who was the head of not only the IWA in Puerto Rico, but also the Japanese group that Cactus and Terry had been working for when they the Insane Clown Posse stole their fucking video and put their own commentary over it and sold it as their own. They were there all at the same time. And when Cactus Jack and Terry Funk and Victor Quinones went up to these fucking dickless pricks and said, where's our money for you selling and appropriating our video? They got their checkbook out and they started writing shit right and left as fast as they could, because they're a goddamn bunch of gutless fucking pussies. And they knew they had stolen this video, and they knew they had stolen these guys' names and likenesses, and they tried to make it up to them as quick as possible. But still, much like I don't like Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and the rest of their fucking ilk because they exposed the business in Madison Square Garden, much like I don't like the Insane Clown Posse and their ilk because and Colt Cabana, because they make fun of wrestling and make it a joke. My livelihood and people who have taken it seriously and defended it for a long period of time, they rolled over and played dead because they're a bunch of fucking pussies. Did I say that loudly enough? Insane Clown Posse, fuck you. I've never worked for you. I never will, because I have fucking standards. And that's something that you don't understand because you appeal to a bunch of trash, and you are trash. And much like Howard Stern's fucking oddities that Vince Russo booked, you are trash who drags the wrestling business down. Fuck you and feed you fish heads.
I was going to say that, as like I said, I know people that are sort of into them, and I want to say, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you think fucking people? What's wrong with you fucking people?
The imagery associated with what they do, the fact that their record company is called Psychopathic Records, as though that's funny or cute, that the image of their logo is like a little guy with a hatchet. It's just, there's everything about it is awful. It is society. I don't know if it's society ruining so much as it's a symptom of the just downfall of society, that such things are popular and they think they're a family. Well, if that's the kind of family you want to be part of, fuck you.
Yeah, Charles Manson had a family too. How'd that work out for him?
I'd rather be alone.
And you know what? You said that better than I did, and in half the time.
I just had to throw in. I wanted to make sure people knew that I felt that way too. I just
can't stand this goddamn bullshit of
it's
this
garbage.
Fucking Insane Clown Posse garbage.
It's trash. It's not, it's just not good for your ears or your eyeballs or any part of you. And yeah, they have their annual gathering of the Juggalos where they get together and don't bathe and do drugs and act like assholes.
Out in a mud field where nobody bathes and everybody's a goddamn misfit. And fuck you know what? I understand if you've been somehow fucking molested or maligned as a fucking child that you want to identify with these fucking jack-offs.
Personally, I'd rather a person join a church than go to the Insane Clown Posse thing.
Know, I swear, as a matter of fact, and this is coming from the most militant atheist in the world, it would be better for you to find God than associate with the Insane Clown Posse.
Yes, I would rather Vince Russo be a juggalo.
Anybody, how fucking horrible that is for me to say something like that. But yeah, better for you to find God than to associate with these fucking garbage people.
Yes, I am just 100% in agreement.
Fucking Christ, we need to close up on that one, don't we?
I think so.
Jesus. Fucking H Christ, as Billy Robinson would say.
There's our message of positivity and love.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fucking fucks.